Does it really matter for you to invest into your future? Well, today I'm going to share 6 secrets of the rich that they know and why they would say that investing really, really matters. Frank Thomas here from Wealth Generation Strategies, and welcome to the channel. Hey, I want to cover a topic which I think is just so important, and that is, does investing really matter? You would think to yourself, hey, why should I worry? Everything's good. Everything's fine. Today, I'm going to share with you 6 secrets that the rich know about investing and the reason why they invest like crazy. So let's get started right away. And the first one is, investing will provide you with real financial security. Honestly, guys and girls, there is no other vehicle that can provide this kind of peace of mind. You can have secondary gigs, whole bunch of businesses, all kinds of things, and these are all investments. But when you have a strong financial base, like cash base in terms of financial securities and stuff like that, or in real estate, wow, it provides you with real financial security. And it provides you with a secondary source of income for emergencies, long-term income supplementation, and if you do it right, it can be a very low maintenance mechanism to manage your investment. Number 2, put the power of compound interest to work. There's a reason why Albert Einstein called compound interest the 8th wonder of the world. Hey, this is one of the smartest guys that came out of the 20th century. And if he's saying this, you got to sit up and listen. When you start to accumulate knowledge to get a higher rate of return and you have the capital to put behind it, you can have amazing results. I'm going to be sharing a few examples and a few points here. But I got to tell you, compound interest is truly an amazing, amazing thing. So listen to Albert and realize that compound interest is the 8th wonder of the world. And if you're not saving and using compound interest to your benefit, you are leaving so much money on the table. And I'll just leave it at that. Point number 3. Now, this is something that a lot of people don't realize, and that is, if you invest and have a good financial portfolio, it gives you the ability to buy back your time. Yeah, you bet. Not only when you use time to create money and then put it away, you invest that money and it'll turn around and pay you back that time. Now, you can't create another minute in your life, but wouldn't you rather be on a vacation for an extra 2 weeks every year rather than being in the office? I don't know about you, but I would. I routinely take time off and I use it for a lot of different reasons. Because I'm buying back my time. Right now, I'm in a little bit of a sabbatical and I'm using it to upgrade my skill set, to learn some new skills so I'm going to be worth more. I'm using it to relax. I'm using it to enjoy my family. I'm just having a good time, and it's because I've been investing so hard over the last few years. So start investing so you can buy back some of your time. And before we get to point number 4, which you want to hear, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, be sure you do. Hey, I love to have you as a subscriber. It really helps the channel out, and give this video a like if you're enjoying the points I'm presenting to you. And if you have any comments at the end, don't be afraid to ask or leave a comment. I love to hear your responses. I do respond to all legitimate comments. But let's get to point number 4. Number 4 is, you can fund planned and unforeseen major money events. A major money event is something that happens in your life that is going to be a lot more money than you originally estimated. A good example of a planned event is your children's college. Wouldn't it be nice to bless your children and be able to send them to college and they're paid for? That's a real blessing. How about an unforeseen major money event? Replacing your roof? Have you got any idea how expensive it is to replace the covering on your roof nowadays? You can blow $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 in a heartbeat. Wouldn't it be nice to have that cash just to do that? Or wouldn't it be really nice? you saw that car you've always wanted. Oh, it's so beautiful. And you can buy it. And you can buy it cash. And it's all yours. Start to fund your investment account, and you will be able to cover planned and unforeseen money emergencies. Number 5, have the ability to take advantage of an opportunity. How many times in life do you see an opportunity that's amazing and you can't invest into it? Oh man, I can tell you some really crazy opportunities that I saw come my way, and I could not get involved because I just didn't have the capital. There was one time I actually borrowed the money. It was such a good opportunity. And boy, I'm so glad I did, because I turned $5,000 into $25,000 in 6 months. And yes, you too can have these opportunities, but you haven't saved any money. You haven't got any capital to do it. And also, another side point here is this gives you the ability to take on higher risk opportunities that you'd normally not want to do at all. If you haven't got a lot of money sitting around, you don't want to take high risk with it. But if you got a lot of extra money sitting around, hey, you can take an extra $5, $10, $100,000, put it into a high risk opportunity. Do you know something? They don't all pay off, these high risk opportunities, but some of them do. And when they do, it's usually really, really big. So just a point. Save that money so you have the ability to take opportunities you would normally have to, say, pass on. Number 6, make your money worth more. I have a saying that I like to say in my videos, and that is, do not rob from your future self. And this will really illustrate that very point. With all the options we've already mentioned, you have one superpower at your disposal: the future value of your money, from compound interest, from just saving it, from all these things. If you grow your investment faster than inflation can erode it, the dollar you could have spent today would be worth, considering inflation and 8%, and when I say 8% interest, that's about the average return on the stock market, and considering 3% inflation, so I'm taking this into account, that money, that $1 today, in 25 years would be today's value of $3.27. Yes, after 25 years, it's worth over 3 times as much. And this is why the rich get richer. It's not because they have some magic genie in a bottle. It's because they know that their future value of their money is worth more than today's value. And just to kind of whet your appetite a little bit here, I'm getting about a 15% return. And just in under 10 years, around the 10-year mark, that dollar is worth $3 in today's money. So if you can get a higher rate of return, look out. And this is considering a 3% inflationary rate as well. So it is worth a lot more. That it's worth $4 or $5, but I'm considering the fact that inflation is eroding the value of that money. So it's today's value I'm talking about. But today I do have a bonus for you. And if you're still sticking around, this bonus is for you. Why investing matters is to allow you to leave a financial legacy. Nothing speaks louder than really doing it and being larger in life when it comes to your finances. There's a lot of great men and women who came out of the 20th century that left billions of dollars in their money, billions, which is just ludicrous, to their families, which has allowed them to live on this money for generation after generation after generation. Rockefellers ring a bell? Something to think about. I read their story. It's worthwhile reading. But I'll tell you something. It's cool to be able to leave a financial legacy for your children and your children's children. Imagine if you're able to save $10 million before you pass away. Not only is it going to cover you in retirement, and it's going to be a non-depleting fund, and that's the amazing thing here. It's a non-depleting fund. When you pass away, it can be passed to your children. And let's say you have 3 children. Each one of them would get one. Let's say you had $3 million when you died. Each would get $1 million. And let's say they've been listening to you because they have learned the lessons that you learned about financing and investing and all these wonderful topics, and they're implementing it in their lives. you know, your $1 million would be a wonderful gift, but it might be chump change to them. Just think about that for a second. Just might be chump change. Now, wouldn't that be really cool? Because you leave them a legacy which is greater than even finances. And that's for them to have the ability to live larger than life lives. And that's an amazing thing to give to your children. Right now, I'm watching all three of my children succeed, like in their life trades. Like they've had some rough starts and things go wrong and things like that. But you know, I keep saying to them, keep plugging away. And I've been teaching them a lot of the things that I talk about in this channel. And they are taking that to heart. And I'm watching each one of them take off in their own way, which is just an amazing gift to me to watch them take off and become these great men and women of finance, which blows me away. But I love it because I came from poverty. Yeah, that's right. I had to learn all this stuff by myself. And I get the privilege to have them stand on my shoulders and learn because they're watching me. And, you know, you can't ignore when the old man saves $100,000, then saves $200,000. One day I'm going to save $1 million. And I started late in life. I made a lot of mistakes. And I'm helping them not make those mistakes, but I'm teaching them to make the good decisions, the ones that will benefit them for the long term. So just as a tidbit here, subscribe to the channel because I'm going to be sharing a lot more of this with you in the future. Frank Thomas here. I hope you've enjoyed this video. And if you have, there's another video showing up on the screen right now. Funny enough, it's a video that talks about the beginner's guide to investing. So be sure to check that video out if I've whet your appetite. Otherwise, I'd like to thank you for joining me today, and I'll see you again. Frank Thomas here. Have a nice day.